welcome to episode 21. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm sure you guys are back to hear what Mike and Derrick have to say in the continuation of this attractive qualities in women conversation. So we're going to jump right into it. Derrick, we haven't come back to your whole disaster thing. When you were saying
Oh,
disaster, what was that all about?
look, Michelle. I think if you're in a relationship,
Mm-hmm.
and with everybody has preferences, right? Everybody has
Mm-hmm.
preferences. When we talk about generalization as a product person, somebody that works in tech, we don't build like you never build something. You build something for 80% of your users, right? You're not going to get 100% of the market. You build for 80 of
Okay.
it. So let me preface that and say that if in today's if you have to propose to a man, bro, you've already failed, bro. Like if you've gone to a point in a relationship where you have to go buy a ring, get on one knee in front of a man, or and, and ask him to marry you. Like I don't like what does the future of that relationship look like? Like
So,
I don't
okay,
know.
I
Like
actually want to hear from a man's perspective, right? Like when you guys see something like that, a woman proposing to a man like to become her husband or whatever, like what can you tell me what exactly is wrong with that
I feel
picture?
disrespected, and I feel disrespected, and I feel and I feel I almost feel like I have disrespected her that she has to do that.
Do you think that like when it gets to that point where a woman is, proposing, could it be that like you don't like seeing that picture because it means that the guy never wanted to marry her? Is that what the issue is here?
No, it means there are more fundamental things in a relationship that are broken. It means communication is off. It means it means communication is off. Clearly, clearly he doesn't know what she or she's not saying what she wants, or he's not saying he's not giving her what she like. It means something fundamentally core in the relationship is broken, and that needs to be fixed before we even think the next step of a union and a covenant. That's all it is.
But then why are you okay with the woman coming to shoot her shot with you? But then now when she's trying to shoot her eternal shot with you, it's a problem.
Eternal.
Derek, can I jump in on this?
Yeah, no,
So,
go ahead, bro.
in terms of shooting shot, right? That's the first impression of meeting someone. That has not so shooting someone's shot does not even have to do with coming up to them and be like, "Oh, I like you." Shooting
Okay.
someone's shot is coming up to somebody and say, "Hey, my name is Isabel. Nice to meet
Yeah.
you."
It's the
So,
swipe up these days, right? It's the likes.
I guess there are different types of shooting shots. Like if you're saying that whole thing of walking up to someone and saying hi, then it means I've shot okay, not
Oh,
multiple.
for sure.
Sounds like I'm on
Yeah,
the streets. No, it's not to say that, but I've definitely, approached a few guys and said, "Oh, hi, how are you?" and just started conversation, right?
yeah.
But when I'm saying shooting your shot, I guess in this context, I'm talking about a woman comes to you and says, "Mike." Well, okay, she doesn't know your name, but it says, "Hi, I'm whatever, Isabel, and I think you're really cute. I want to go on a date." Or like, let's
but,
grab
but, but
coffee.
well, first of all, you see, I could tell you don't do it often because you just said I could go on a date. It usually goes.
Well, okay, well, yes. See, that's what I don't shoot shots like that. Like, I won't go to someone and be like, "Oh, I think you're cute." I would never. I cannot. It's not in me. But there
Yeah,
are some women who definitely do it where they walk up to a guy and they're like, "Oh, I think you're really good looking," right?
yeah.
Like, "Oh, can I have your
Yeah.
number or Instagram or whatever?"
They
So
don't go ahead, Mike. Go.
that comes within the hybridization of the game. You right. So you have to evolve as a female. It can't be the same thing. Same way you guys evolved, you're making more money than this generation's men. Now
Mm-hmm.
you guys have to evolve as well because as you guys make more money, right? They consider that a masculine trait, right? So
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
you will lose a little bit more on options that you have, right? Although you're because naturally when you're just beautiful, you have tons of options. But now when you become a boss lady, you dwindle your options because now you're looking at 1% men. So you're
Yeah,
looking at
you only
Right.
look at Mike. Only the mics in the world, man.
The
only
mics
the
and the
Derek's in the
Derricks.
world.
Only the mics in the world, and they take it.
Listen. Oh wait, did you say Mike is taking? Mike, you were single last time. What you
I'm
saying?
I'm single. I'm single. I don't know.
Oh, gotcha. Derek was like, he's taken. So I was like, oh, let the women know, because Derek already said he's single. So
My,
anyway,
my,
keep
my,
going,
my,
Mike.
Mike is big. Mike is big single man. But go ahead, Mike.
So what I'm saying is like you're taking away from yourself because you're just looking at 1% of men at that point.
Hmm.
So if you're just looking at that itself, it's just like, whoa, I lost out on so many options, right? Because I'm a boss lady. So now you have to hybridize your approach, right? You're making more money. You're doing this in life. You know, you're a boss lady. You have to come different now. Something has to stand out about you to the 1% or to a regular guy that's gonna make
Okay.
you be like, okay, cool, she's different. Let me just communicate. Let me talk to her. Same way how men have to evolve with approach, right? We just can't come up with, oh, you sexy ma. That's not gonna work. We're not in.
Okay, well, okay, and like I
That's
said,
catcalling. No, it's not.
Mike,
It's
no,
hybridization.
but Mike, I will
Gonna
tell
roll
you
to.
that like when I've heard stories of women going to men and saying, "I think you're cute," like I want to grab lunch with you or whatever, right? Like I want to grab coffee with you. And some men actually like that. They're like, "Oh yeah, that's great." So
Yeah,
I'm asking you guys that if you like that, if you would like that, what is wrong with somebody shooting their eternal shot? You've been in a relationship.
because
Now she's just like, "I want you forever."
it's just like paying for food, right? Sometimes
Nah,
we
bro.
don't always want to pay. Sometimes no, no. Sometimes truthfully, sometimes men don't always want to pay. But for you to just take your wallet out and be like, "Oh, we can go half and half," and we deny you, okay, cool. Now you showed them that there was an attempt. But for something like that, you're robbing something that was meant for me. That's my life's action to do.
Oh, got
You
you.
know what I mean? One thing I
Okay,
can
okay.
never rob from you, a female, is ever to give childbirth. Right? You see how we can't rob that from you? We
Yeah.
can't rob certain things from you, right? Same
Mhm.
same way, we can't rob the feeling of what's this thing of you holding your kid first, right?
Mhm.
There's certain things you can't rob from men.
That's that's a great perspective, Mike. That's a really great perspective.
That's something a man has to do. It's the when the man goes down on his knee, right?
Mhm. Mhm.
They actually become like men. Like that's the actually become men because that's when life started. That's when the devil's gonna work to break up the covenant. That's when you become a man. You know what I mean? That's the becoming of a man. At the earlier steps before you even go down on one knee, you're in an adolescent stage of trying to figure out anything, right?
That's real.
So when you go down on one knee, right, it's the becoming of a man, the action, and most of the time the knee part is not even the big part. It's what the man says after, you
Mm,
know?
mm,
Oh, like the
mm.
words that he says. Okay,
Mike,
Yeah.
okay.
Mike, Mike, you sound like you've been married a couple of times, bro.
No, I'm not. No,
You sound like you've been
if
married a couple of times.
I haven't. I'm 26. My birthday was last week. I'm very young. So I'm just saying, what's his thing? You have to dissect certain things when you look at it. Sometimes, like I said, women just look at the aspect of being married, but they don't
Mm,
understand
mm.
what correlates to
Oh man. Oh man. It's a
how
it's
to
it's a
get
it's a
married.
milestone, right? It's
Yeah,
something
you
to
know
check
what I
off the
mean?
list.
Or you know what I mean? Like you have to understand what's going on.
Yeah.
Forget the fact that he's on his knee. Why is he doing it? You know what I mean?
Mhm. 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 And
Yeah.
here's the thing. Also, like I said, right? Like I'm not even whenever I see videos of women proposing to men, to me it's very wrong. Like I don't see why you should ever, to me I'm like, okay, if he hasn't asked you to marry you, it's because he's not wanting to marry you at that
I'm
point in
ready.
time. You know what I mean? And so to me, I'm like, okay, no, you don't have to get on your knees. But I was asking you guys because I wanted to hear from a man's perspective what exactly is wrong with that picture. So it was more of like, devil's advocate to so I could kind of
Yeah.
see, for why those men walk away, like why they walked away from the proposal. So I see
Yes.
what you mean.
Sane
Yeah.
woman would A sane woman would not do that. Because
Whew.
that to be honest, that is not her role.
I think the interesting thing, right, is that as like the years have gone by since whatever, like
Yeah.
1 BC before Christ or whatever, right, until now, like all these thousands of years, things have evolved over time. So maybe some women are starting to feel like this should evolve. You know what I mean? Like if we want equal pay with men, what's wrong with us being on our knee to propose?
When a man goes down on his knee, he's going on his knee because he's saying to you that he's ready to provide security and provision, all of that. When a woman goes down,
Mm.
she's going down on her knee probably because she loves you, not because
Oh,
she's ready
that's
to provide
wow.
Not ready because she's ready to provide and protect. No, she's saying because she loves you. So there's steps first.
Yeah,
You,
yeah.
you you go down
Look,
on your knee because of chivalry to say that I'm a man. I'm giving up my manlyhood in a sense, and I'm gonna become a household name in a sense. I'm ready
yeah.
to start this dynasty. I'm ready to protect you with everything I have, and then love comes because
Wow.
there's a loyalty first. Remember, the loyalty has to be there, right, before the
Uh-huh.
love, because love is built. It says even in the Bible, right?
Oh,
Someone
that was so deep.
you have to be that God has to be within the covenant before the love
Mm.
is there. Because if without
Ooh,
God, there's no covenant.
you better
look, man.
preach.
Right?
And
So now if we're
yeah,
getting biblical, without God, there's no covenant, right? Love is built over time. Love is not an emotion that's just there. It's built over time
so,
through, through success and failures, right?
yeah. And Mike,
Man, that was good.
just so so and Michelle, we'll pivot on, but I think just on this topic, I think we want to be clear that I think it's okay if a woman wants to do that, but I think Mike, what we're really saying here is, I think for guys like Mike and myself, that's not what we desire in a partner.
Mhm. Mhm.
Period.
Mhm.
Right. That's not what we desire. But I think there might be other guys out there that that would be their cup of tea. It's just not ours, and that's
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. Yeah, and I think, it's good to say that. I think people just need to hear from different perspectives too, right? Like how people see these things. But I will say though, that whole thing of women proposing and stuff like that, majority of women and majority of men, at least from what I see, let me just say from circles that my personal circles and things I see on social media, like it just doesn't sit well with both men and women, right? Like, so I think this is something where like majority of the people agree that there is something wrong with the picture where a woman has to go down on her knees to propose. So that was good, solid, cool. Derek, what's your next one?
My next one, and it's funny, Mike got pretty pretty spiritual biblical there. But I think I'm really attracted to a woman who loves God, right? Or who's anchored. And part of, and I'm Christian, right? Who's anchored. Because I think when it comes down to it, I think as human beings, we fundamentally just we don't have the capacity to love unconditionally. Like we just don't. In our nature, we don't. And I think for me, one thing that faith does for you is it allows you to um, plug into the eternal source of love, right? The person, Jesus, that actually loves unconditionally.
Mm.
And I think and I think, and for me personally, right, that's important, right? Because I know that I mess up all the time. I know that I'll be trash sometimes. I'm not always going to be on, and I'm going to make mistakes, right? And sometimes these are mistakes that it's hard to forgive people for if you're not anchored to something, right? So for
Mhm.
me, yeah, if you're not anchored to something, so for me, the only reason that I'll be able to forgive a partner for something drastic that they did is because I know that, man, all the times that I messed up, so time God forgave me. Like
Mm.
I it doesn't, whatever she did is not bad enough. It's not bad enough that I can't forgive her. Right. And I think that's a core belief that I would hope to, that I find attractive. Somebody and it's a process, right? So you don't quite arrive there. But if somebody is pursuing that, hey, and faith is important to them, I find that incredibly attractive.
Oh, I like that a lot. Yeah, I think even for people of faith, whatever faith it is, right? I think a lot of values, if you're a person of faith, stem from that part of it, right? So if you do find someone who's like of faith, then I can see even like the compatibility thing. It might actually get helped out by the fact that like you have the same faith or something like that.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. And it's eternal.
Cool.
So yeah, it's okay, then it's okay. Well, this can actually go somewhere.
I like it. I like it. How about you, Mike? What's next on your list?
Someone being on the same page as me. Um, I don't know if we can actually find a specific word for that. Um, but
Compatibility, alignment.
yeah, alignment, compatibility, like Derek said.
Does it matter if like to you if a girl believes in your vision or not? Like if you have a vision for your life, like does it
Ooh,
matter if she believes in it, buys into it, or you're just like whether or not she believes in it, I'm good to go. You know what I mean?
Well, I wouldn't expect her to believe in my vision, right? Because she doesn't know what I have planned. If I didn't set the stepping stools or stepping stone to believe in it. Well, if you want
Mm-hmm.
to help support my dream, I would say that would be better. Because as long as, because most of the time when you have a vision, right, it gets blurry sometimes. Now, if you're not there to put the mind drops in my eyes to say, hey, cool, you got this going and it's not done yet. You know what I mean?
Oh,
that's
the eye
cool.
drops
That's
in my
good.
eyes. Yo, I feel like you should rap or sing because your lyrics, he's like, if you don't have the eye drops. I'm
It's
like,
the
what?
analogies. I worked on it. It's a skill, guys. You gotta work on your analogies because sometimes it helps. You approach a woman, they be like, "Oh, man, he's different." Like, you know what I mean? But yeah, let's get back on topic. If you're not there to clear up my vision, right? Then who will? Who will? You know what I mean? So that's the support aspect.
And Michelle, just to add on to that, and I
Hmm.
think that answers the question of what a nurturer looks like.
Oh, I like that. Okay, okay, okay. That makes a lot
Right.
of sense.
That's support. So it's not baby feed me, right? Is if I'm the protector, provider, and leader of this household, that support system, right? I won't have it, I won't have it all figured out all the time, but I know that the days that I don't, there's that nurture, there's that support, there's that person to clear my vision and hey, and get us clear my vision so we still get
Oh, I love it. I love it, Derek. And thanks, Mike, for shedding light on that one as well. And then I think, Derek, you might have one more, right, to go?
I got last one. And
Ooh, drum
this
roll,
is actually
please.
my favorite one. I'm extremely attracted to what do we call it these days? Clatchet, classy and ratchet.
I was like, I've never heard of clatchet. What is that? Oh my gosh.
Classy and ratchet. A shorty that you can take to the work dinner, knows how to hold conversations, have conversations with the CEO, with your colleagues, right? And then right
Mhm.
after, y'all hit the club and it's lit. Is real ass bitch. Oh yeah, yeah. Give me that. That's mine. That's mine. All right. Yeah. Yeah. So man, I think I find that incredibly attractive. Like,
Yeah.
just being able to code switch in different spaces and different settings. I think it's a skill. And when a
Uh-huh.
woman got that, bro, you can take all my points.
Whoa. Oh, I like that. I like that a lot. That's so funny. I'd never heard of this term clatchet. Like I just wrote it down because I was like, this is the funniest thing I've heard. But I think like ultimately what it is you're talking about someone who can adapt like to different environments, right?
It's adaptation. It's a swag. Like it's
Yeah.
also it's just a whole lot of things to it.
Yeah, immersive
It's
culture.
it's what?
It's like immersion in culture
Yeah.
within the setting.
Derek is like, I can tell Derek is like resisting us using any other terms besides clatchet. He's like, no,
No,
not
no. You
really.
got you got to use classy and ratchet. Classy and ratchet. That's it. Period. Like we don't got to use no other term. It's just like she knows how to get down, right? She got to be this person in this space, right? Tim and Bob and Jeremy gonna love her on the same way that when she with her girls, they gonna love her too because she getting down, right? It's a skill.
Okay, I like it. Wow, that was solid. And I think Mike, you're done on your end, right?
Yeah, I have nothing. I'm good.
Man, this was such a fun conversation. So thank you guys so much for doing this with me. And for people who didn't listen to their first episode, you can go ahead and look down the list of episodes to episode 8. And these guys were on talking about their turn offs. So this was good because we talked about, the flip side of it, attractive qualities in women or turn ons, whatever you want to call it. So thank you guys so, so much for doing this
Michelle, we
with
want our
me.
check in the mail. We waiting on our check. Cut us a big fat check.
Oh, yeah, right. I'm saying, listen, the wisdom that has been dropped here, I'm like, I need to pay people for their time at this point. Men are out here telling us what their value is.
Michelle, you're amazing. This is incredible. We love the experience and thanks for putting this together.
Yeah.
Wow, thank you. And thank you so much. I appreciate like, just the honesty as well, right? Because sometimes it's like, it's hard to deliver a message, but it could help somebody out there. And I think also, especially even with Derrick, I know you mentioned that you have some sisters and stuff like that. So I would assume that this is stuff you're telling your sisters, right?
Oh,
So
for sure. I'm raising my sisters to be dope women in this world.
oh, thank you. And thanks so much, Mike, for like painting all these analogies. Things just became a lot clearer with all these examples you threw in here.
Yeah, my vision is clearer.
Exactly, right? Exactly. Well, thanks so much for listening. Catch you guys in the next episode. Peace. Ndiwe wandiro ya moyo wangu, ndiwe wandikanganiza fungo zangu.